Hello and welcome to the first episode of Aap Beeti. I am Ms Heta Fatania. Aap Beeti is a platform to share evidently effective treatments from alternative systems of medicine like Ayurveda, homeopathy, Siddha, naturopathy, etc. These systems have since long been part of the Indian medical system, but when it comes to credibility, there has always been a question mark to it. Through this forum, we will be bringing to you experiences of patients who have successfully undergone treatments from these systems. Today, in the first episode, we have with us Ms Heta Fatania from Nairobi, Kenya, who is an ex-patient of chronic pancreatitis. So let us hear from Heta her journey of being a pancreatitis patient to becoming pancreatitis free. Hello Heta.
Hi, Sneha.
How are you?
Good, and yourself?
I'm good too. So, Heta, let's begin with your experiences.
Sure. So, obviously, since now you said Heta, so my name's Heta Fatania. I'm born and brought up in Kenya. I'm currently 24 years old, and I'm here to talk about my journey about Padav and chronic pancreatitis. So, it was in 2010 when I was diagnosed with acute pancreatitis. And initially, I had abdominal pain, and I was admitted in the hospital, and then thinking it was a urinary tract infection, but it turned out that I was diagnosed with acute pancreatitis, and then life since then changed. I wasn't allowed to eat much junk food, social life, I couldn't do much activity, I used to get fatigued, tired, and I had about 15 episodes, and every year I used to get hospitalized. So I had about 8 hospitalizations. They're obviously very painful, but I somehow got through it. And then late 2017 is I was diagnosed with chronic calcific pancreatitis, and that's not good news. And being a medical student, obviously I tried to find out why is it happening. Turns out to be it's idiopathic, so no doctor could answer me why it's happening. So I'd eat mushrooms today and nothing would happen, but the next time I had mushrooms or something, I would have an attack. So I'm not even allergic to anything, so I was wondering what's happening. And then because we stay in a compound, like in apartments, my neighbors definitely knew about it because I'd come to visit me to the hospital. And school life was very bad because I'd have to miss school sometimes. There was even a point where I had an exam and I had an attack. Luckily, that my doctor at that time was very nice and he allowed me to go to my exam, and I had the drip on my hand. But it was very painful. I couldn't concentrate, but at least I could manage somehow to do the paper. And one of my neighbors spoke to my dad regarding someone from their community who had done ayurvedic treatment, and this is Manish Parmar. His 2 daughters have had pancreatitis, and my neighbor came up, approached us and told us about Padav. Initially, I was a bit skeptical because I was not sure if I really wanted to go for Ayurvedic, but since we heard about Manish uncle and his daughter's stories, we were confident, okay, let's give it a try. And so we booked for Padav, and around 2018 November, I flew from Australia because I'm studying abroad, and went for in-house treatment for 21 days at Padav. Very friendly staff, very friendly environment. Initially, I was a little skeptical because it's very different. The food, we stopped on quite a lot of items that are my favorite, garlic, onion. But then eventually I got used to it. My first 6 to 7 days at Padav were very bad because I came in with infection. So I really wanted to get out. I wanted to run out from there. But somehow Veji convinced me, Sakshi ma'am, everybody was there, the staff was friendly, they encouraged me that you're going to get through this. We met other patients, we became friends, we take walk down the compound, we do sunbathing, play a little bit games, chit chat, where each other, like where we're from, share a lot of information about each other, learn stuff. So it was very good. and I currently eating everything. I'm fine. I've in fact put on a lot of weight. So many other patients, ex-patients have been asking me how you've done that. And honestly, I don't know. So the first year was a little tricky during the first 3 months of the treatment because a lot of food restrictions were stopped, but I was convincing myself that I'm eating for my stomach and not for my taste buds. And we learned how to cook in different styles without tomatoes, onion, garlic, a lot of chili, and it was very amazing. I kind of miss going back there, and now I'm completely fine. It was a little difficult coming abroad, not having my mom to cook around, but I'd wake up and cook my own meals, have my medication and meals on time, go to uni. I wouldn't do a lot of walking up and down, and now I can even do exercises because I used to be very sporty. Used to play soccer back in the day, badminton. Now I can do all that again. So I'm happy. I can go partying. But back in the day, I couldn't go partying. Obviously, there's no drinking, but yeah, social life. All my friends ask me, "Why don't you drink? Why don't you drink?" So you kind of get put down, but at the end of the day, health is first. And I really do miss Padal even right now. It's a very good environment, the food, the staff, especially veggie, very encouraging. And obviously, if you don't follow, it's a little strict, but it's at the end of the day, it's for your own good. Yeah, that's all I'd like to say. Thank you.
How are you feeling now, Heta? How are you?
I'm doing much good. I have no pain. Thank God. I've put on weight. I'm not fitting into my clothes anymore. And yes, I'm healthy. Just I had my iron went down a little bit. That's obviously because I'm not having my mom around, so cooking is a bit different. Then also water difference. I'm in Australia studying, so you'll always look for easier ways of cooking. And we don't get a lot of green vegetables here. They're not even that delicious. Yes, mine went down a bit, but then it's much better. Otherwise, I have no problem with my pancreas. I'm keeping
Great.
well.
That's great, Heta. We are glad to know about your complete recovery from the disease. I'm sure other patients who are listening to you today will also learn and will be able to fight the disease they are facing. So, thank you everyone for attending the session. We'll be back on the 5th of October with another such story. Thank you.